presente está. Mira cómo se ama, mira cómo camina América, con la fuerza del Espíritu. América, testigos de Cristo vivo. Con el Espíritu divino abraza nuestro corazón, animados por darnos y los santos de nuestra vida, haznos testigos de él. Mira cómo se ama, mira cómo camina
América. Vamos, Rita, ayúdame a cantar, Rita. América.
testigos de Cristo vivo. Mira cómo se ama, mira cómo camina América, con la fuerza del Espíritu. América, testigos de Cristo. Testigos de Cristo vivo. Testigos de Cristo. Testigos de Cristo vivo.
Sí, ese creo que no sé si está. Pero puedo preguntar, déjame anotarlo por aquí.
Somos iglesia misionera que acompaña en libertad, compartiendo alegría al peregrinar. Nos anima la esperanza, el servicio y la oración, un envío que hace arder el corazón. Que tu soplo nos inspire a evangelizar, para que los confines puedan cantar. Mira cómo se ama, mira cómo camina América, con la fuerza del Espíritu. América, testigos de Cristo vivo. Sean firmes nuestros pasos, porque largo es nuestro andar, que marchemos con María en comunidad. Contagiados con su fuego, hoy queremos encender la promesa del mañana, el despertar de la fe. Que nuestra canción evoque justicia y paz, más allá de las fronteras, un pueblo en los tiempos presente está. Mira cómo se ama, mira cómo camina América, con la fuerza del Espíritu. América, testigos de Cristo vivo. Con el Espíritu
Algunos nos han preguntado sobre las ponencias.
Some people have asked for the presentations, and we are organizing them in a document online. So I would like to make a first, a second, a third call to start the second part of the morning, to continue with the second part of the morning. Can you help me, please, with the music?
América, con la fuerza del Espíritu. América, con la fuerza del Espíritu. Por última vez, todos juntos. América. Damos gracias a Dios porque podemos continuar este espacio de...
So let's thank God because we can continue with this space. We have the program. We are going to have the participation of a significant topic. We have been dealing these days different topics, and we want to complete the enlightenment from the testimony of enlightenment. Yesterday, we had the biblical approximation regarding the church and the apostles, and then it was complemented with the testimony and missionary experience that we will have today. So Monsignor Raul Bior was talking about local church, universal church, and today we will now see the testimony of enlightenment that will be shared by Sister Irene Lopez, who is director of RIPAM, the Pan Amazonian Ecclesial Network. It was her birthday yesterday. So it's not yesterday, but the whole week of celebration. So let's give a round of applause for Sister Irene Lopez so she can share with us this enlightenment moment. So, Sister Irene.
Bom dia a todos e todas. Vou falar daqui de baixo porque eu me sinto melhor. I'm going to speak from here. No, it seems that I have to go up. I wanted to speak from here, but I think I have to go up there because there is the web transmission. So, first of all, I would like to thank the committee that organized this symposium, and thank you for the invitation. It's very grateful to be here to represent RIPOM, the ecclesial network of the Pan-Amazonic. That is the journey that we want to present as a testimony of enlightenment. I was very happy to meet a lot of missionaries that went already in the Amazons, Monsignor Orlando, Bishop, and other bishops and other people that were in the Amazon. So thank you, Bishop Raul, for what you explained. It was most enlightening. So I'm going to speak about, from these faces, because it's to these people that we have the responsibility to be at their service as a church in the Amazon, in the Amazons, and not only those all the different people that that work on the extraction of the come to. And so I wanted to show you these children, and this is a very important picture for me. The movement of the spirit. When we talk, when we talk that today Repam is not only those faces. In 2014 it was mostly men. Today Repam has a very feminine face. It was founded in 2014. It was founded by the Latin American Episcopal Council and the National Conference of Bishops of Brazil and the Latin America and the Caribbean Secretariat of Caritas, the CILAC, and also the Latin American and Caribbean Confederation of Men and Women Religious, the CLAR. And it was the four institutions that founded this network. And why a network? because we wanted to build and strengthen a network in defense of life, of peoples, and of the Amazon biome. RIPAM was born out of provocations made at the fifth General Conference of the Latin American and Caribbean Bishops in Aparecida, in Sao Paulo. In the text, in the paragraph 475, suggested to create awareness in the Americas of the importance of the Amazon for all humanity, and to establish among the local churches of various South American countries which are in the Amazon uh, an overall pastoral approach with different priorities in order to create a model of development that would favor the poor and serves the common good. So, where is this network present? We are in the 9 countries that have the Amazon rainforest of the territories: Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, French Guiana, and Suriname. This network are a sign of sovereignty in Brazil. And when we talk about our Brazilian experience, this network has a different structure, and it has changed since it was founded. And we do never meet if the native people are not present. It is very important that we have the presence of the Cambola, and all the native nations that are around, because when they are amongst them, our meetings are very different. In the Brazilian Amazon, we are present in 9 states. So 9 states that are very different, that are 61% of the territory of Brazil. And the diocese, there are 58 dioceses that are part of the Amazonia, and in what they call the legal Amazon. We have 63 bishops, because they are the bishops and the auxiliaries, so they are 63, and there's assistants. So the church in the Amazonia has a missionary spirituality since it was founded. The first missionaries were always foreigners. And when I were talking with Bishop Martinez, and we were telling them that the foreign missionaries were more courageous than we were, because we came to those places. We knew, and they got there with knowing that there were difficult situations, without knowing anything. So the Amazonian church needs missionaries, bishops that come from other countries, and mostly in the state of Para, because they are different bishops there that are also from other countries. So the network started with Laudato Si, with the letter of the Pope. That was a very important moment for us. In Brazil, we had different seminars with different organizations, pastoralists, and movements from the territories that were held between 2016 and 2017. There were 15 dioceses and prelators in the Brazilian Amazon, and that concluded with a general seminar in November 2017. Since then, the Pan-Amazonan Ecclesial Network, in communion with the CNBB, so it's a special commission of the Amazon, that was created by the bishops in 2023 to really think about the issues of the Amazonas. So there was been accompanying of these centers that were formed from the different seminars in so it was organized from the union of a series of organizations. It was a partnership of different ecclesial institutions that we call the founding institutions. This is a beautiful gesture because it is a communion in view of caring for life and evangelization of the Amazons, and it bears witness to the movement that the church has been experiencing in recent years. It was the experience of synodality, and it's the walking together with the different organizations for the life of the territory, valuing and carrying, so that the church has an Amazonian face and a truly living expression of the region. But how to create that face and so we work always on that, how to create these Amazonian vases. In Brazil we have a structure, and all the processes during the journey since its foundation, and we are going to have 10 years next year, and there was a lot of work that I have done in an articulation and a missionary journey. For that we have three guidelines. We have the formation, social justice, and also the human rights and different actions of for a good life, as it is called, the people of the Amazonian, women, youth, and we have a communication for social transformation. So there are centers and themes that we work on. So this work has been done uh, through work with local people in the regions and different places. As you know, the distances are huge. It's very difficult to go from one place or another. That's why we had to start to create what we call the nuclear, so the nucleus, like the hearts, and there are 6 of them, and or centers. And so we started to create a network, a structure as a network. As I was saying, in this structure, we have 16 local committees that are distributed in different parts of the Amazon. So you can see the dots. So those are the dioceses where we have committees. It is important to see that this is a church in movement. So the committees, the all in and everywhere there is committees of Repam, and after the seminar, they consolidated their presence in the territories with the creation of these groups. We started to build a network all around the territory, and it has not been imposed. It's something that is put to the service of the communities and the territories, and that allow us to have a dialogue, a conversation with the local dioceses. When Caripano was founded, there was a lot of resistance because different people said, well, they thought there was going to be another structure in the diocese. So several dioceses were not really sure about the success of this network, and now there are people that talk about this network with a lot of strength, and they see that the dialogue that we are doing is very important to build this process. So those are really the nature of they have the same face of the local, their presence in the territories, and we have different social popular movements that are very present, and these are with the projects and actions So all this work that has been done is to defend life and the people that live in this territory. An example that we can bring is like in Brazil, we have people that are in danger. Um, with the bishops, lay people, uh, priest, and a bishop that I met, and he says, "I am afraid." He was said, "I am afraid to walk around my own diocese because there are problems." And because of that, he has problems with sleeping, eating, because he is very, very uh, afraid even to walk around his diocese, because the threats that they receive is not only against the laity or the native people, it is a danger for the missionaries that are in this region. So these local committees are spaces for articulation, networking. There is an interconnection, a synergy of actions or synodality. So, as I said, there is an overall pastoral experience, and they have this common program. We have joint actions, and we contributed to different campaigns and other activities that are based on the realities and needs of the territories. So we had campaigns with other institutions. And now I'm going to present very quickly some of these actions, projects, and campaigns that are the signs of the presence of the our people of Amazonia. With the epidemic, we receive a lot of urgent petitions. There are many people that would call the bishops, and then I was listening to the bishops. That what are we going to do? They don't. People don't have any, have medicines. They don't have to eat. People cannot leave their territory. So how can we, or are going to be able to do something together? But we're going to put all our, we're going to put everything that we had together. We had little gardens there where we kind of made, we could cultivate some things, so the people didn't have to, they have to leave their territory because they burn fruit. And so we wanted to have a wide look on the Amazon. So in this campaign, it were for how we were going to work in the Amazon. One of these campaigns that was called Amazonity, which it was a campaign that wanted to have a political influence on a series of issues that Amazonia was experienced at the time. And it was really a national, that had a national and international visibility. And in Brazil, we say that the people in the south have absolutely no idea of what is the reality in the Amazon. The south or the southwest of Brazil don't know the reality of Amazon. So the purpose was that people of the other side of Brazil to know what it is, the Amazon, the Amazonia. So we had this campaign in different places. So yesterday last year, sorry, we had a big elections, and to really sensitize the population on these elections. And we had a campaign that we called "I Vote for the Amazon," and even so to raise awareness, even if we could not elect many people from the Amazon, but it was important to have this campaign as a reflection and awareness of the church. And for next and for 20 and 24, we're going to continue with the campaign because we are going to have municipal elections. So will continue with this campaign that is called I Vote for the Amazon. So this is so it's to mobilize people on the reality of hunger. Hung-
Vive no bioma amazônico. É difícil pensar que temos fome na
there are a lot of people that live in hunger. It's difficult to really thinking that we can be hungry in the Amazon because there's fish, there's fruit, there's so many things. It's very difficult to really imagine that people are hungry in the Amazon. We work with researchers. We have people that help us in the REPAM to see how we can fight against hunger. But it's incredible how we can see how the hunger is very present in the Amazon. And we were start thinking how at REPAM we can help people to try to eradicate hunger in the Amazon. So we have this campaign. We had a campaign, the Amazon Without Hunger, and we had a big feast for the Amazon without hunger. So to people aware that in the Amazon people go hungry. And another campaign with at EPAM and other participants, we say the life depends on a threat because there are so many people are threatened, territories are threatened. So it's to really make people aware that they have to be careful, that they have to learn how to self-protect and to really enhance leadership of the local people. Because not only I am threatened, but I can threaten somebody, or I can so it is important to of this the importance is this campaign is to be aware of all the threats they are living, because some people even don't realize that they are a threat on what is that threat and why they are threatened. It is very important that people really know how to perceive these dangerous situations. And so this campaign helped us to really make that visible. So here you, and I put on your table this brochure, which is a campaign that we started last year. And we started with Laudato Si and the film of Laudato Si from the Pope, and this letter, the Laudato Si. This film, have you? I think that if you haven't seen it, you should see it. So this native it comes the Pope of the Santonem. His name is Borari, and he is part. He participates in the movie, invited by the Pope, and he is threatened in his territory. Like he had some security guards, but now they didn't take away because the people that are deforesting the Amazonie, they think that his life doesn't really mean anything. So now, after he's been quite visible in the movie, so he's even more threatened. So this campaign of the Laudato Si has been very important. So here are our partners. So you have the name of all their partners that are in the back of the brochure that I sent. So we already started the next phase of this campaign, the Laudato and the COP 30 in 2025. The COP 25 will be held in Brazil. So the church created the movement from the church. So how we're going to influence this co-op, what is going to be our participation in this co-op 30. So we are going to the follow-up of the Laudato Si campaign, but we are thinking already in the COP 30 in 2025. So certain projects on the territories that we support. So here it's just to make sure the sustainability, the promotion of dignity and life of people. So we have certain houses where we come the flower, the women. We have so here you have the community gardens, the different dioceses. So we have that. So they are to really feed the people. So here we have the houses where we do. Do you know what you know? The Amazon. You know what it is that they eat a kind of a flower and fish. There is a lot of fish and a lot of different flowers. So what is happening in the Amazon is these houses where we produce the flower. The people that come to deforest are destroyed. They're destroying these houses and these little plants. Of flower are burned. So with Repan, we help to rebuild because they lost the only way to have a source of food. We work with the women, with the young people. They have some handicrafts, and sometimes they didn't know what to do with the handicrafts that they made. So we made a kind of a catalog with all the products and the numbers and contacts of the people that are selling, so that the people could sell their products directly from their territory, so they didn't need to go out. Like you could made an order, and these people could send their products with their contacts. So after that, we talked about formation. So it is a formation of different projects on that, and we have a kind of a training and capacity building. We do for the popular communications, and we have a digital training caravans, and many other activities. I showed you a few. So there's a training for the children too. So we don't start with the children when they are very young. We won't be able to talk to them later on. So we start these courses on the rights of nature for children. After that, we we have a popular course on communication, and then we have what we call uh, for 2021 for digital training caravan. All this material, you'll find it in your website. So you can also download it. And also we talk about politically advocacy, and that would be my last. So we're doing, that the leadership and the formation of leadership and on the Amazonian issues, and the network has a center for that, and they have a newsletter weekly that is that talks about the issues of the Amazonian people, and they have also urgent agendas when they are, for example, different storms on indigenous land. So that's all. That's how many things that we can do in the Congress. Here there is a person that is going to have all this information, everything that concerns the Amazon, all the technical notes, everything that we need, we are going to take from here. And so there is an assistant that is doing it, and we give a news every week to all the territory.
Roraima, que fica no Amazonas, que é o presidente.
So here from Diocese of Roraima, and it's also here the secretary of Brazil in the state of Amazonas, and that's a moment where we were participating in a congress, in a symposium with indigenous in Brasilia. For almost 10 years now, the Pan-Amazonian Ecclesial Network has been service to the church in Brazil for the peoples of the Amazon. So the purpose is the defense of human rights of women and men, also river dwellers, indigenous peoples, quilombolas, extractivists, fishermen, and many other expressions of life in the Amazon. Now, REPAM Brazil is committed to the leading role of Amazonian peoples in the defense and care of our common home through a service of interconnection and articulation of action. It's a network woven with the active and co-responsive participation in defense of life in the Amazon, which proposes to listen, accompany, encourage, form, and join forces to respond to the great socio-environmental and missionary challenges. And there's a song that we sing, that we often sung during the synod, and it was a Brazilian priest who wrote it, who composed it, and I wanted to sing it with you all. So I'll invite you to stand up so that we may sing it, a part of it actually, together for the Amazon. And it is in Spanish.
Todo está interligado como si fuéramos uno.
Todo está interligado en esta casa común.
Todo está interligado como si fuéramos uno. Todo está interligado en esta casa común.
Fica bonito se dermos as mãos.
El cuidado de las flores del jardín, de los bosques, cuidado del aire y los biomas, de la tierra y de los animales.
El cuidado del niño por nacer, a los niños un amor especial. El cuidado de los enfermos y ancianos, por los pobres opción preferencial, porque todo está
interligado como si fuéramos uno. Todo está interligado en esta casa común.
La lucha por el pan de cada día, por trabajo, salud y educación. La lucha por librarse del egoísmo y la lucha contra toda corrupción.
la lucha contra el mal del consumismo, la búsqueda de la verdad y el bien. Aprovechar el tiempo de descanso de la belleza de este mundo y del más allá, porque todo está
interligado, como si fuéramos uno. Todo está interligado en esta casa común.
El diálogo en la escuela, en la familia, entre pueblos, culturas, religiones. El conocimiento de la ciencia y la política, de la fe y la economía en comunión.
el cuidado de sí mismo y del otro por nuestra ecología integral. El cultivo del amor de San Francisco hizo la solidaridad universal, porque todo está interligado, como si fuéramos uno. Todo está interligado en esta casa común. Todo está interligado en esta casa común.
Muito obrigada. Quem não conheceu a Amazônia, por favor, vamos para o Brasil para conhecer.
Thank you. Thank you. For those who do not know the Amazon, I invite you to come and visit us.
We are all interlinked, Sister Regina. Let us thank Sister Irene for sharing her missionary experience with RIPAM, these projects that are coming along little by little. Let's open the floor now for comments, anything that resonated with you. As we always do, we have a time now for questions and comments. So this is a concrete gesture of the interrelationship between all different elements. We've got our brother Jeffrey out here ready with the microphone if anyone would like to take it. Sister Irene, I think that everything was so clear that you've left us without words. Thank you. Let us thank her once again. And let's remember that Brazil is there getting ready for their National Congress. What's the date? From November 10th to 15th. So let's remember that as well in our prayers for that journey of missionary animation. So we are all interrelated and we have to move forward. We're going to go to lunch, but just before that, our collaborator here, Jeffrey, our helper, he's going to give us some instructions regarding flights. We know that, unfortunately, sadly, people are going to have to start to leave soon, and so we've got some logistics to keep in mind with regards to transportation. Jeffrey.
After seeing the video, I would just wanted to say we looked so beautiful. And to continue with Monsignor Raul Bjord, one day our bishops will be able to get dressed from where they come from, because they are dressed from Rome. So I would like to say the following. Is this the cross? I have a list. So please make sure to check it with the team next to the lobby, and make sure if your exit time is the correct one. So I will read per country. Thursday, we have Father Fabio, 22 hours, so 10 o'clock at night. So he will be leaving from here at 7 p.m. Monsignor Roberto, he already left. And then Friday. Friday, we have Caribbean delegation, Venezuela and Ecuador. They will leave 6 p.m. The Caribbean, no, 6 a.m. 6 a.m. the Caribbean. I'm sorry, 6 a.m. the Caribbean. So they will be leaving here 3 a.m. Monsignor Robert Bjord from Venezuela. Bjord, his flight is at 7, so he has to leave here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Ecuador, Edison Sotomayor, your flight is at 7:55. You have to leave at 3. The Brazilian delegation,